What makes something real? The phone in your hand feels real. The house you live in feels real. A bar of gold feels undeniably real. But what about a number? Can a number be real? This is not a strange question anymore because there is now a thing made entirely of numbers that the world treats as if it were as real as gold, that people protect like property, that holds at times more than $2 trillion of value. We call it Bitcoin, but naming it doesn't answer the question. It only makes the question stranger because it has no physical form. You cannot hold it. It exists only as information, and yet it behaves like one of the most solid things humans have ever created. How is that possible? How does pure information become real? To answer that, we have to start with a problem. The fundamental problem with everything digital. A physical object can exist in only one place. If I hand you a coin, I no longer have it. Physical things are naturally scarce. The universe enforces it. Digital things are the opposite. A photo can be copied a million times perfectly for free. A song, a document, a file, copy it, and the original loses nothing. There is no scarcity in the digital world. Abundance is its natural state, and this creates a deep problem. Money has to be scarce. If you could copy a dollar the way you copy a photo, it would instantly be worth nothing. So for decades, this looked unsolvable. Anything made of information can be duplicated, and anything that can be duplicated infinitely cannot hold value. Every attempt to fix it ran into the same wall. To create digital scarcity, someone had to be in charge. A company, a database, an authority who kept the master list and promised not to make more. But a promise not to make more can always be broken. Whoever controls the database can change it. The scarcity was never real. It was only a promise. And promises break, especially when breaking them is profitable. This is where everyone got stuck, trying to build a digital object that behaved like a physical one, trying to copy the scarcity of the physical world into the digital world. And then something unexpected happened. Everyone assumed the breakthrough would happen inside the machine in better code, cleverer math, a smarter program. It didn't. The breakthrough happened outside the machine, in the physical world. The problem was never solved purely inside the computer. It was solved by reaching outside the computer and anchoring information to something the universe already enforces. To understand what that means, we have to ask a deeper question. Why is anything in the physical world valuable in the first place? Why is gold valuable? Not because it's shiny, because the universe makes it expensive to obtain. It has to be found, mined, refined, enormous effort, enormous energy. You cannot wish gold into existence. The cost is real and the cost cannot be skipped. Why is a house valuable? Because building it requires energy, labor, materials, time, all of it spent and unrecoverable. Why is anything physical hard to fake? Because faking it would cost as much as making it. This is the hidden principle beneath physical reality. Real things are expensive to produce, and that expense cannot be avoided. The cost is what makes them hard to counterfeit. The cost is what makes them scarce. In the physical world, reality is protected by the price of producing it. Now, bring that idea back to the digital world. The breakthrough was to require a real, physical, unavoidable cost to create each new unit of the digital thing. Not a promise, not a rule someone could change. An actual expenditure, energy, time, physical resources, real world cost, spent and gone and impossible to fake. Each unit exists only because something in the physical world was genuinely consumed to produce it. The cost cannot be skipped, it cannot be reversed, it cannot be counterfeited. For the same reason, you cannot counterfeit gold without doing the work of making gold. And this changes what the number is. It is no longer just information. It is information with a physical cost embedded behind it. a digital object anchored to the one thing the universe will not let you fake, the cost of real work. This is the bridge. Information tied to energy acquiring the properties of reality. For the first time, something made of pure information inherited the scarcity of the physical world, not by imitating it, by connecting to it. Now, step back because there's a much larger idea hiding here. What is civilization really? Look at a city, a bridge, a road, a power grid, a factory. What are these fundamentally? They are energy transformed into structure. Every building is the frozen record of the effort it took to build it. Every road is the stored expense of the work that made it. The physical world we've constructed is, in a sense, a vast archive of spent energy held in place as steel, concrete, and stone. Civilization is what happens when we take energy and lock it into structures that persist. And for all of human history, that locking required physical material. To make effort permanent, you needed stone, steel, earth, something you could touch. For the first time, that is no longer true. For the first time, spent energy can be recorded and made permanent natively in the digital world. Without stone, without steel. A structure built not of matter, but of proven irreversible costs. So perhaps this was never really the invention of a new kind of money. Perhaps it was something stranger. The moment when pure information, by binding itself to the laws of physics, earned the status of physical reality. For most of history, to make something real, you needed material, stone, metal, earth, something the universe already treated as scarce. Now, for the first time, information itself, tethered to real, unfakeable cost, can carry the weight of the real. What makes something real? It turns out the answer was never the material, it was the cost, the unavoidable, unrepeatable price of bringing it into being. So perhaps the thing made of numbers was never valuable because it was digital. It became valuable because it was the first digital thing the laws of physics could defend. It did not digitize money, it digitized scarcity. And in doing so, it digitized physical reality.